What are the 5 oldest records that Sven Väth played in the last 10 years? Let's find out, and I think that you might be surprised by some of these tracks and that they were played by a techno DJ. So you know Sven Väth from always playing the latest techno tracks. But of course, as a DJ, he's been around for decades now, and that means that he has a vast collection and knowledge of older music too. You might expect that he would also then play a lot of older music, but in reality that's not really the case. Only 2% of the music that he selects is from 1990 or before. But of course he does play older music every now and then, so let's have a look at the 5 oldest records that Sven Väth played in the last 10 years. On number 5, this one is probably the least surprising one, but a good one and a classic nonetheless. It is Kraftwerk with Numbers. Of course, Kraftwerk has been a massive influence on electronic music, and Cocoon also invited them for their 20th birthday celebrations. So it's only fitting that Sven Väth played a track of them in his sets. So the next one from 1981 is Bossh, if I pronounce it correctly, by Yellow. You might know Yellow also from their hit Oh Yeah, which was also sampled, by the way, by Richie Hawtin in the late 90s in a very loopy techno banger. And this track actually started to appear in Sven Väth's set after the release of his What I Used to Play compilation. Before that, I actually never spotted it in his sets. But after the release of that compilation, it was back for a while. Alright, then the next one from 1978, a track that everybody knows, a true disco classic, I Want Your Love by Chic. What's to say about this track? Apart from that it's a great track with an amazing groovy bass line. Maybe that it was also famously sampled by Moody Man in his deep house hit I Can't Kick This Feeling When It Hits. Okay, then coming on to the second oldest track that Sven Väth played in the last 10 years. It is Le Serpent by Guem and Zaka Percussion, if I pronounce that correctly. I must say that I personally only know this track via Sven Väth. I've never heard it anywhere else before. It's a fully percussive track, quite interesting. I would definitely recommend you to check it out. And it also appeared on Sven Väth's What I Used to Play compilation. He played it often as a closing track. And I even heard it in Watergate somewhere in the morning, around 9 or 10 in the morning. He played this track, which was a very funky, funny combination, I must say. By the way, quick message, you probably want to hear these tracks, I get it. In the description of this video, I have a link to a playlist where you can check out all 5 videos. Then the oldest track played by Sven Väth in the last 10 years from 1972. Damn, that's old. It is the track Elbermoo, I probably pronounce it totally off because it's Nigerian, by Fela Kuti. This is a very surprising track, especially in the context of a techno DJ, but also in itself it's a very special blend of traditional Nigerian rhythms with some jazz influences and funk influences in there. Sven Väth started to play it somewhere halfway 2024, especially as a closing track at some of his Ibiza parties, and famously, not sure if it's famous, but he also used it as a closing track to the 2024 25 years of Cocoon Ibiza party. So these are the 5 oldest tracks that Sven Väth played in the last 10 years. If you want to know the newest tracks that he plays, have a look at my page. You will find tons of new music there. If you know more about the tracks that I just discussed, please let me know in a comment. I would love to read more about it. And I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.